Behind the Ramble is proudly sponsored by Glasby Pallets. They're offering a one-stop solution for all of your pallet needs. Get in touch on 01709 585 646 to discuss your pallet requirements. Thank you to Sonny and the team at Glasby Pallets for all their support of Behind the Ramble.
Coops here. Subscribe to Behind The Ramble. Keep following, and all the best.
The Poohousery.
Good morning, welcome back to YouTuber. This is episode 7. I'm of course Jimmy, and we've already started. I've sort of been able to secure my phone essentially a little bit stronger, so maybe I can start talking to you while I'm moving a little. Oh no, I said that, and then I can already see bumps going. So maybe it's not a moving thing, isn't quite the one until I get a more steady handle on things. But how are you all doing? Thank you for your comments on the last video, the one with the the mystery chicken. It were ridiculous, absolutely ludicrous. But I've had a chance to have a look at your comments on that, because that was the last time I were in the taxi, and that were about 10 days ago. Tried jumping in a couple of times since. First time I really weren't feeling very well, to be fair. I did like an hour, got to my 20 quid target, and then couldn't finish for some reason, just couldn't carry on. So packed in, and then yesterday I started and really could not be bothered. So I were online for about 10 minutes, did my whole intro for you guys, and it just, yeah, it weren't happening, and I just was not in the mood for it at all. And then I ended up doing loads of ramble stuff as well. There's loads of stuff happening with Sheffield United at the minute. As I record, it's Tuesday the 17th of June. And I am on standby. So what we're going to do, obviously, as usual, we're aiming for £100, and that is the minimum aim for us today, as it always is in the taxi. And I haven't actually got anything planned in my calendar today, but I am on standby for some news to drop at Sheffield United if it does. And if it does, obviously that takes me out of the taxi. So we'll see. It might be our first day that we don't complete 100 quid. I had to jump on early this morning because I got a message at 5 to 8 saying we're going to add 2 quid to each journey for the first hour, for between 8 and 9. They look like they were coming through as normal prices, I have to say. So I don't know whether it's the price that they're quoting me is plus 2 quid. It doesn't seem to be, or whether they'll do it afterwards. My first trip were a £7. I've just picked up a second £4 order, which I'm on my way to now. The first one had just, she were recovering because she had to go to work now, but she'd been to a festival Friday, Saturday, Sam Fender gig, and then went to see the Yeah-Yeahs last night. So yeah, work hard, play hard, I think we ended up saying. So yeah, I'm just about to hit Wakey train station. When I get a quick summary of what I'm on, I'll probably put it in the next update, and I'll keep you posted. So see you in a bit. Now then, it's just after 9:15, and I'm on something like 23 quid, something like that. So we're behind already. This tends to be a bit of a pattern, doesn't it, with daytime. I've got a feeling, you know, that I'm going off days already. I've done one later shift. The fares seem to be 3 quid, 4 quid, at best 6 quid, 7 quid. And then on a night, for similar journeys, you're getting 8 quid, 10 quid, 12 quid. You get your longer journeys as well. I'm lucky if I drop on a long journey during the day, because that tends to sort of even me out a little bit. So it's starting to get a bit frustrating that there's such a difference. I understand that it's unsociable hours, and maybe Uber kick you back a little bit more, or probably most likely is that they hire the prices to riders at that sort of time, and then obviously you get like a percentage of that. Anyway, so we're on, yeah, 22.87 I think it was when I had a look. I'll stick it here. So okay, not bad. So I've been a few different places, and last one I've been up to Criggleston, and they came back and they work on an industrial estate just off where I live. So that gives me a prime opportunity to nip home and freshen up, get myself a coffee, I need to nip into the studio and just do a couple of bits, because I've just had a message from one at lads who needs to have a little look at a couple of me sponsors' logos. So I'll go and sort that out as well. It also makes me wonder, have I been brought back here for a reason? I'm going to be here till probably about 10 o'clock, I don't know. You'll know when I come back on, I'll tell you, but we shall see. Is there anything brewing in the Sheffield United universe? Yes, would be my bet, but whether it's going to actually be this morning, who knows? So, right, catch you in a bit. Radios, we're back. So, part 2, I suppose. We're going to go again. It is actually, it's just tipped past 11 o'clock, not 10 like I'd intended. I ended up doing more stuff on the ramble that I needed to do. I had to send a link through to Benjamin Bloom, which I completely forgot about for tonight. So there's all sorts of things going on. Loads of people are messaging me at the minute about Chris Wilder's future. I appreciate that not everybody that watches this series or this channel will be overly invested in football, but that is what I do. It's what I love. This is a side hustle, and this is you joining me on my side hustle in terms of, it was my safety net, weren't it, just in case things didn't go well with the channel, and thankfully they have. But I want to continue this because I enjoy this. So we're going to go jump back on Uber now. I'll be honest, I think and I may have already mentioned this in the one before, but I can't honestly remember. Already the way I'm starting to feel about Ubering, I prefer evenings. The price differences in trips is significant. It's night and day. Whee! It's night and day. It certainly is though. It's crazy, the difference between. So what I think I'm going to do, we're obviously still sticking to us £100 target. I want to get £100 for the day. I think it's a waste of a day if you don't earn yourself £100 doing what I'm doing. That's just a personal goal that I'd like to do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stick White and Jordan on TalkSport. When they finish at 1 o'clock, I'm going to reevaluate how I'm feeling. We might have had some news by then, we might not even get it today on Chris Wilder, I mean, but I might stop at 1 o'clock. If I'm still pittance of jobs and stuff like that, I might stop there, and then I might log on a little bit later on. I'm going to be watching keenly Ben Bloom and my boy Paul Man Mountain tonight, but in and around that, I might jump in after and try and top ourselves up and get to the £100 in the evening. So we'll wait and see what happens, but those are my thoughts at the minute. So as always, I will keep you posted on what we're doing. I'm about to jump on and see if I can get anything, and I'll catch up with you soon. What is happening, peeps? I am back. Am I in a different top? I think I might be in a different top. We are meant to come back at, I think I said 10 o'clock, because the last job took me to Horbury. Well, it's 9:30 at night. So there's been a lot of Chris Wilder news today. I've just watched View from the Blooming Mountain with Benjamin Bloom. Really good show. Thank you to Ben for coming on. And now, because I'd only got 22.87, I think it was. That's the one thing I can remember. Now we are going to see how much we can get on an evening, because I did enjoy my last time I were out in an evening, and it's significantly more lucrative than the daytime. So not only have I got my coffee, I have also got some Lucozade, and I will keep myself going, and we will see how far we can get. It's £100 challenge as always, so I've got £80 to go. Surely I'm not going to be out till 1 o'clock in the morning. Surely. Well, it won't be, will it? Be longer than that, even if we do £20 an hour. Oh my word, what am I doing? What am I doing? Girls' sports day morning, I've got to be up. Anyway, I'll keep you posted. Well, that was weird. First one I've picked up, we're only a little £4.50, I think, and it was a lass I knew from school. She was 2 years below me at school. I knew a sister who was a year above me at school. And the reason I'm quite somber telling you is she was absolutely leathered. And she's fallen on hard times, basically. I'm not obviously going to disclose any personal information about her other than that she's lost her husband, and it's sent her spiralling. And poor lass is, as I say, she were 3 sheets to the wind when I picked her up. She recognised me, I recognised her. We had a bit of a chat, but she weren't making much sense because she were that drunk. I just wanted to make sure I could see her into her house all right and have her go about her way. But it's sad, isn't it? It just shows you that there's always somebody, I don't want to say worse than you, because that's not a really nice way to put it, but do you know what I mean? They're real problems, aren't they? They're real problems. She struggled with a grief, and it's affected the custody of her children, and she still obviously continues to struggle, and it's horrible. It's horrible to see. So the only silver lining you can pull out of that sort of situation in my eyes is recognising that you, and it's a, I don't mean it to be a selfish way of looking at it, but whatever problems I've got going on, it's not, I could be in that situation, couldn't I? So it's a bit of a reminder to be thankful a little bit for what you've got, I suppose, which is a little bit deep, isn't it, for a taxi video? But it weren't nice to see, and you know, I were happy to be able to do my bit, get her home safely, make sure she gets into house. She gave me a wave as she got in, and yeah, we move on to the next one. But yeah, c'est la vie, as Bewitched say. I don't know how well this will record, but I'm going to try anyway. I can't get my phone to sync up with my car for some reason, so I can't get a map on me dash to get me the best place to go home. I'm stuck in Bradford. It is 11:45. I'm on 60 something quid, it's about 62 quid. Anyway, that's the situation we're in, guys and gals. So yes, I'm just heading back towards home with the Uber app open and on, so fingers crossed we can get something and pick it up on way and get somewhere near. You can't see a thing. Hang on, another job. What's happening, people? Sorry about the lighting. We do need to work out what we're going to do about this. I might get a little light or something that goes on top. If we're going to do more nights, then it needs to be a goer, doesn't it, this? So I'm still in Bradford. It has just ticked over to midnight. I'm on 66 quid, I want to say. Uber's still on, so I might get a buzz in a minute and have to jump off, but I just needed to jump on and tell you about my tale. So I think I'm slightly behind in terms of my hourly rate, because we've done 2.5 hours and done 43 quid, haven't we? So because we've done 2.5 hours, 43 quid. Yeah, we're behind, but we're keeping going. I've had a coffee and it's kept me wired, so we're good. And I'll tell you something else that kept me wired. This last customer I've just had, this young kid, I picked him up from Taco Bell, and was he a gangster? Was he a gangster, this boy? He loved it, telling me all about, how old do you think I am, mate? How old do you think I am? I don't know, mate. 23, because he had big beard, and I think 17, mate. I'm 17. All right, okay, nice. Yeah, you look older than you are. He says, I'm not going home. I'm going to see my mate. I says, all right, no worries. So we're dropping you at your mate's then. Yeah, mate. Yeah. And he was desperate for me to ask, what is it you're up to tonight? And then you're just chilling out at your mate's house and, you know, winding down after work. Gonna go smoke some spliffs and that, innit? Yeah, fair dues, mate. Unwinding after work, yeah. Well, I sell a bit of weed on side, don't I? Right, okay. Each to their own, pal. Each to their own. And he says, well, it's all right, because I'm not paying for this taxi anyway. I went, you what? Your ears pricked up straight away. I says, all right, who's paying for it then? He says, no one's paying for it. Okay, might have a bit of bother here. Might have a little bit of bother here. It's all right. I can take young bloody Benjamin Button, who's bearded 17-year-old. I'm no fighter, but I fancy me sen. No, what he meant was, there's an offer on an app. New people that sign up for a new account can get free rides up to a tenner or something like that. So there's me getting ready to spar with this young kid. I got my wires crossed, and it was just basically saying he got an offer on app. Sorry, pal. Oh, I don't know if I'm just tired or what, but anyway, now what we're going to do is we're going to turn motorways off on the maps, and we're going to meander our way, trying to get back to Wakey, keeping the Uber apps on for any jobs that we can pick up along the way. The reason I'm turning motorways off is because you don't pick up any jobs on the motorway, or if you do, then it's a pain to get to. So I'm going to meander my way back through villages and towns, see what we can get, and I will keep you posted. But I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going till we get to his target. So see you at 5 o'clock in the morning. Up the blades. Sha la 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 la. Sha la 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 la. Oh my god. I've just give you an update, and it's not recorded, which isn't great. So, first thing I need to say is there anybody in Bradford that does not smoke weed? If you are from Bradford and do not smoke weed, make yourself known, because that's the third person in a row, or there were 2 people on that last pickup that absolutely stunk of cannabis. And I think I'm high. I think I'm high from the fumes that are in this car. I'm giggling away. Oh, hey up, new trip. Bad job that, bad job. Just picked one up. It were a double drop off, which I didn't notice when I accepted it. I'm going back on myself back into Bradford, 7 quid. It's now 20 to 1. and I'm on 73 quid. Weren't great. And I'll tell you something else. I think I'm stoned. Honestly, this car reeks now. I'm gonna have to drive it home with windows open. Get me back to Wakey. Know that I could use somebody. Someone like you and all you know and how you speak. Right, it's 2 AM and we are finishing on 106 quid. 9:30, 4.5, 5.5 hours. 5.5 hours in it, because we did an hour at the beginning of the day. Long one. I'm tired. My car stinks of weed. And I'm going home. Been alright tonight. Been alright. I've still enjoyed it. It's loads more chill. It's certainly chilled in this car. But it's loads more chilled on a night than it is during the day. There's nobody on, not just because the fares are better, but there's nobody on the road. I finished up in Huddersfield and I might pick one up on way back, but only if it's going towards my house, because I'm tired now. I'm up early for a business call about the Ramble at 8 o'clock. 5.5 hours. Not. Yeah, sorry, I got interrupted there. But yeah, 2 o'clock in the morning. It's time to go home, innit? Time to go home, time to go to bed. Get up and probably do it all again tomorrow. Chris Wilder will get sacked tomorrow, I think. So I'm going to have to be on the ball. The only thing, the problem I've got is it's my girl's sports day and I'm not missing that. I know I like to be there for all the breaking news, but there's some things that are more important than football, believe it or not. And being there for your kids' sports day is one of them. So let's hope it happens after like 11 o'clock-ish. If it's going to happen at all, don't want it to happen, but if it does, after 11 o'clock, please, Sheffield United. And I'll be there. I'll be there to talk everybody through it. It'll have happened by the time you see this. And if it hasn't, then I'll cut it out. So, yeah, thanks for joining me tonight. Really appreciate it. If you've got any suggestions on what you'd like me to do as part of this series, then let me know. I am still enjoying doing it. It's no skin off my nose to keep doing it in terms of, I'm doing it anyway. So to record it is simple, but it's like anything else that we do on either channel. There's got to be a purpose to it. If people are enjoying it, then I'll keep doing it. If you're not bothered, I won't be super offended. I'd rather you were honest with me and let me know that you weren't fussed. So yeah, keep me posted on what you think, and I will catch you in a bit.